Good morning, buenos días a todos. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, December the 18th. So the year is almost gone by. ¿Cómo están todos? Miren, se me cae. The microphone is falling. I'm moving my stuff all the time from one place to the other one. Good morning to everyone. If this is the first time you're tuning in, this is live with Gaby Natale from the closet today from my living room, and I'm moving things around. So if anything doesn't work, just let me know. I think we have it all figured out with everything, the sound, the video, everything is looking good. But as I tell you, because I'm moving my stuff around, sometimes there might be a glitch here or there, but I think everything looks fine. ¿Cómo están? How are you doing? How is your Friday looking? If this is your first time tuning in, as I tell you every day, make this your personal oasis. 10, 15 minutes that you dedicate to yourself to be present, to set the intentions for the day, and to start the day with the right food. ¿Cómo andan todos por ahí? Let me stop and say hello to everyone on our different platforms. Like every day, we're simulcasting in different platforms. So hello to everyone on our Facebook, on our Twitter, on our Instagram, on our YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Twitch. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your day. As I always tell you, we are doing the recalibration every day, the recalibration on our thoughts, on our energy, on the things we want for ourselves and for our future. So today I'm thinking so many people are doing like this kind of end of year. 2020 has been a tough year, has been an unconventional year, has been a challenging year, and so many people are looking forward towards 2021. But still, when we're looking forward towards 2021, which is still going to be, to some degree, an unconventional year, I think the first thing that we have to do is to be self-aware of so many times the self-limiting beliefs that we are having and we don't even realize when we're planning for our next year, when we're planning for a new year, for our new projects. So today I want to talk a little bit about the self-limiting beliefs that we have, and we have them so incorporated, they are so ingrained in us that sometimes we're not even self-aware. I'm guilty many times of these things, so I think it's wonderful to be open about it and to talk a little bit more about it. I'm seeing your comments are starting to come in. Oscar Sagal, greetings from the West Coast. Hola, Los Angeles. How are you doing? How's it going? Catalina is saying, good morning, hermosa. Good morning, Catalina. Ready for the weekend, everybody? Ready for the holiday season? I am. I think next week I'm going to slow down a little bit more, and I'm going to take some time, not completely, but some time off, so that we can start recharging for the new year. So, as I was mentioning to you, let me put up today's topic. What is the story we're telling to ourselves? What is the story you're telling to yourself? And which are those self-limiting beliefs that sometimes we have them internalized, we have them so much inside of us. And when we're planning for the next year, when we're planning for our future, maybe we don't take a particular road, we don't take a particular project, we don't take a particular idea too serious, or we don't work on something because even before starting, we are abandoning this project, this idea prematurely because of self-limiting beliefs. And that's why in this moment, in these critical moments where so many people are planning for 2021 and beyond, because so many people are planning their reset, so many people are planning to pivot, their own reinvention, I think it's critical that we assess what are these self-limiting beliefs that we have and sometimes we're not even aware of. Yuridia, mi amor, good morning. So ready for the holidays? Yes, people, so ready. Do you have a menu? Do you have anything already planned? As you can see in the background, my tree is not up. I don't have Christmas decorations going on yet, but you know what? I gave myself a break. I think it's okay if I do it the day off or one day before. It's been, a busy year. It's been a challenging year, and I don't want to push myself or punish myself for the Christmas tree or the Christmas decoration. So I think we can all give each other and give ourselves a break. Genov Martinez is saying, buenos dias, Gaby. Buenos dias. How are you doing? So let's get this party started. Let me go like every day to our opening credits. So live with Gaby Natale is going to start. Let me remove the comment right here. So live with Gaby Natale from the closet, the living room, from wherever I am every day. It's going to start right after these opening credits. There has never been a better time to be a pioneer than right now. Diversity is beautiful. Thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Today's topic, if you just tuned in, is what self-limiting story are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself as you plan for 2021 and beyond? We are figuring out new goals. We are figuring out new ideas, new projects for ourselves, but we have to figure out if internalized inside of us, we have been telling ourselves things we shouldn't have been telling ourselves. So let's start with, for example, the self-limiting beliefs around money. If you come from a family that struggles financially, you've heard many times this, or money doesn't grow on trees, or this is going to take me a whole life to achieve, or this is going to be so hard. So too many times, and I'm not saying that it's hard to earn money, or that it is hard to have abundance, or that it is hard to make ends meet, especially right now that there are so many difficulties. But what I am saying is that when we are planning our future goals, when we are planning our future ideas, when we are planning our future projects, if your idea is to start a business in 2021, or if your idea is to start a new career, or if your idea is to provide a new service, let's not anticipate that things are going to be catastrophic. Let's not anticipate that things are going to be horrible. Let's not anticipate scarcity or bad news even before things have started. I think that is so important. And many times I'm guilty of this as well. But when you have a new project, when you're sending a new baby to the world, when you are doing something new, or you are learning something new, let's not be the first ones who are going to say that this is going to be hard, that this is going to be impossible, that this is going to take a long time, or that people are not going to believe in it. Let's be, first of all, our main cheerleaders of that idea. Let's fall in love with that idea. Let's fall in love with that project. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is sometimes there are people who in their own household take somebody else's experience, somebody else's business that went down, somebody else's career that didn't work, somebody else's experience, failed experience, as a predictor for their future. And somebody else's experience is just that, somebody else's. It's not yours. It's not a prediction for your future. So make sure when you're creating something new, when you're planning for the new year, that you are very intentional in the thoughts, the ideas, and the narratives that you're putting in your head. Now we're talking about money, projects, ambitions, whatever you're doing. Think about that. Somebody else's experience is not a predictor for your own one. And let's not be we the ones that say that something is going to be too difficult, or something is not going to succeed. So make sure you recalibrate. That's why I say every day we have to recalibrate our thoughts, recalibrate our ideas. Let's not be us the one who sabotage our future endeavors. So that's the first one. And when I talk about self-limiting beliefs, of course, they're going to come, they might go. The idea is not that there's going to be a creature on this planet Earth who is never going to come across a self-limiting belief, who is never going to experience a self-limiting belief. The idea is that when we have it, we catch ourselves and we become self-aware that this is what is going on, so that we can separar la paja del trigo, so that we can separate these good things and the good thoughts and the good ideas that are going to help us, that are going to nourish us, from the other ones. And when we have the other ones, we can catch ourselves and we're saying, okay, this is just a bad moment, this is just a bad day, but we can move past them. So that's the first one that I want to share with you. Millie is saying, buenos días from Miami. Millie Herrera, buenos días. How are you doing? The second one that I want to talk about is self-limiting beliefs around health. Okay, how many of us have said, okay, this is the year I get in the best shape of my life? Like when I write New Year's resolutions and different things, so many times I say, okay, this is the year where I'm going to be more disciplined. This is the year where I'm going to do this and that. Okay, this is the year for sure, 2020, where I have been the weakest at working out, the weakest at eating healthy, the weakest at everything, because this year has made working out harder. You know, I don't go to the gym, so I have to work out at home. Working out at home cannot be as effective or as fun sometimes like working out outside. Also because before I used to go out more or to travel or to do things that were like gratifications in my life, and now the list of gratifications is becoming smaller. So what is a gratification that I always have in my fridge or in my pantry? Food. So I became more friendly than I should with sweet treats or with some other treats, you know. And that's okay. I'm not giving myself too much of a hard time for that. My pants are not fitting like so many people, but I don't want to tell myself that next year I will not be able to do it. I don't want to tell myself that because I come from a family where there's obesity. I have 2 family members that underwent bariatric surgery. So there's been a family history, a big family history of obesity in my own family. But I don't want to tell myself at the start of this year that I'm not going to be able to achieve those health goals. So some of the things we tell ourselves, you know, that are self-limiting belief is that all my life I have been overweight, so I'm not going to be able to lose the weight, or I come from a family and everybody's obese, so that's in my genes, or that is something that I will not be able to change. I've tried every treatment and I've tried every diet, and it's true. Sometimes we try a lot of different techniques or diets or treatments, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but that doesn't mean that the next one that you're going to do will not work, or that doesn't mean that this year you're not going to have that breakthrough that you want to have to make health your priority. Especially right now, I think it's such a timely moment when we're having such a health crisis to really take our health serious and make those changes that are literally, we're seeing it every day, literally life-saving, and put health as our priority. Now, we're moving to number 3, and number 3 is around relationships. I think there's been few moments in our lives where we crave connection more than we do now. I was talking to my husband just yesterday or the day before about being in quarantine together being such a wonderful thing, because so many people are alone. So many people had to spend these whole months, you know, my parents are, for example, some of them, people had to spend their quarantine on their own. So I think there's such a big need for connection, such a big need for valuing our relationships, such a big need for celebrating our relationships. And for people who are looking for new romantic relationships or new relationships in general, maybe that is something that you have in your mind for your 2021. But what are the self-limiting beliefs that we find when we're talking about those kind of things? Is all the good people are already taken. Los que están buenos y los buenos ya se los llevaron. I heard it so many times, women saying that. The good ones are already taken. The ones that are left are the ones that are not worthy. They have some kind of problem. So I heard it many times. Don't tell that to yourself. Don't tell to yourself that people don't want or would not have a relationship with somebody who is your age or your social group or somebody with your history or somebody who has kids or somebody who doesn't have kids or somebody who comes from a divorce or somebody who comes from whatever. I always tell people your uniqueness is your gift to the world. And I think in romantic relationships, it's so important. I always think about this like flavors in ice cream. When everybody has a different favorite flavor in ice cream. Some people don't like, whiskey ice cream. I would never order a whiskey ice cream, but for some people it's their absolute favorite ice cream flavor, or something with alcohol in their ice cream. If you put alcohol in my ice cream, you ruin it. But for some people, it's fantastic. So when it comes to romantic relationships, I think it's all about the fit. It's all about finding the person, being you first in a good place, and then finding the person that is going to be a good match, that is going to be compatible with your values, with the way you see life, with what you expect from a relationship. So when you think about romantic relationships and people in terms of your ice cream flavors or your favorite flowers, there is no right or wrong. It's just whatever you like and whatever it's a good match for you. So think that todos los buenos, all the good ones are already taken, and that you are too much of this or too much of that for somebody to pay attention to you. Be open to possibilities and think about what are limiting beliefs that you might be telling yourself when it comes to relationships. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of your comments. Theo is saying, good morning in Sinaloa. Sinaloa, good morning. How are you doing? I think it's nice and warm over there, right? In Sinaloa. I'm here in Texas and it's kind of freezing today. Theo Rodríguez Salazar, hermoso fin de semana. Hermoso fin de semana for you too. Jordan is saying, great points. We need to always believe in our own selves. Absolutely. That's why we're doing this talk about self-limiting beliefs right before the moment when we are setting our own goals for the next year. Catalina is saying, last year I did a vision board for the first time ever. Catalina, if you want and if you can, send us the picture of that vision board and show us, because I know you fulfilled many of those things that you wanted for this year, especially as a new business owner. And that helped me a lot to stay focused, says Catalina, and make a good year, even though it was hard. But I made a lot of accomplishments. If you don't know Catalina, follow her. She has a new business that is called the Eternal Rose. I hope I'm saying it right. And she had the idea of launching our arrangement business, and I'm sure that was in your vision board, and she achieved it this year. Mariuxi Arpi Roche, I hope I'm saying your name right, otherwise correct me. Thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday, Gabby and everyone. Absolutely. So let me recap everything for you. Ralph Martinez is saying excellent topics. Thank you so much, Ralph, for tuning in from LinkedIn. Let me do a recap in case you joined in. Today's topics, we're talking about what is the story you're telling yourself. We are planning 2021 and beyond. So if you're planning right now, make sure you are not falling for the trap of self-limiting beliefs, because you are going to plan too small. You are going to maybe give up on dreams that are within your reach only because you are hung up to these self-limiting beliefs that are hurting your future and even your present. So the first one is self-limiting beliefs around money, someone else's failed, someone else's past experience is a predictor for your future. Someone else is in your family, someone else in your family who opened a business and couldn't work or didn't work is a predictor for your future. Somebody else is in your family who tried to go to college and couldn't make it is a predictor for you if you're starting college. So pay attention if consciously or unconsciously you are using someone else's experience, particularly someone else's failed experience, as a predictor for your future. Somebody else's experience is not a predictor for your future. Now, think about when you're thinking about money and when you're thinking about your financial goals. Sometimes we have ingrained in us that wealthy people are people who stole from others, or wealthy people are dishonest, or wealthy people are unkind. So if you have that inside your mind and if you have that inside your psyche, of course, there's this disconnection with I want to create wealth for myself, but at the same time, I feel like wealthy people are not good people. So think about that, because maybe you have both inside your head. The second one is self-limiting around health, and it is that you've tried so many things, so many diets, so many treatments, and they have never worked. So why is it that the next one is going to work for you? You followed everything on the book, it didn't work, so the next one is not going to work for you. Why? The next one might be the one that works for you. The next one might be a good fit, or it's the same one that failed in the past, but you are in a different place, and this time you can make it work. So the third one, the third self-limiting beliefs, it's around relationships, and it's about thinking that there's nobody out there for you, or nobody out there is going to value who you are, or nobody out there is going to be a good fit for you. And as I said, think about it as the flavors of the ice cream, the flowers in nature. Everybody has different preferences. Everybody is different, and whatever you have to offer, your uniqueness, as I always say, your uniqueness is your gift for the world, your gift to the world. And so you might find somebody who finds your uniqueness awkward, your uniqueness or the way you laugh, they don't like it, but you're going to come across somebody who is going to feel that your uniqueness is just the salt, the spice, and the flavor they want for their life. So don't come into the new year if you want a relationship with this mentality that your uniqueness and what you have to offer to the world and who you are is not going to be enough. So let me read the last comments before we say goodbye. It's 22 minutes. Millie Herrera is saying, I'm so happy to have connected today. I needed to hear this. Thank you so much, Millie. This is what makes me be consistent. This is what makes me tune in every day at 9 a.m. because I feel we need connection and we never know who is needing the message every day. Catalina Willerson is saying, thank you, Gaby. La Rosa Eternal is in my vision board. Yes, I thought so. Congratulations. So before I leave, as I tell you every day, inner voice, but the inner voice that is telling you your vision, the inner voice that is telling you nice things, the inner voice that believes in you, inner voice over outer noise, inner voice over outer noise. Second thing, as always, your uniqueness is nothing to be embarrassed of. Your uniqueness is your gift to this world. And remember to keep seeing the world from a place of possibilities. Wonderful things can happen even in difficult times, because when you open yourself up to the world opens itself up to you. When you open yourself up to the world opens itself up to you. Enjoy your weekend, relax, recharge, have a good time, give yourself a break. I may or may not do my Christmas decoration depending on how I feel, and that's fine. See you on Monday. Los quiero mucho. Besitos.